Hi, welcome to Paradise Now. This is not a commercial for tourist information. This is about the real Paradise Earth. Paradise Now is the beginning of an extraordinary event on Earth, the beginning of the dialogue about Earth's paradise, about what we have to do to make more obvious the fact that Earth is paradise, how more of people on Earth can enjoy the paradise dimensions. We all need to learn what is paradise, who are we and why we are here. Questions that have been asked for a very long time are being answered now. We are here for paradise. And what that means, we'll find out. For paradise here. Now, is paradise a beach with sunshine and clear waters and beautiful palm trees swinging in the wind? Is paradise swimming with the dolphins? That can be part of the joys that we already experience. But paradise is much more than that. Paradise is a fourth-dimensional reality that we experience on Earth, where the divine qualities of people are uniting with the divine qualities from above. That has very beautiful, transformative consequences, very beautiful effects and very beautiful consequences. Longevity is much greater for people who are in the paradise dimensions, and it is available for anybody who will join the paradise dimensions. Health is much better, prosperity, social life, economic life, political life, everything is better and it's real. And it is our responsibility. The process exists, the divine presence to make it happen exists up there and inside of us. Now we have to make it happen. We have to understand what it is. What do we have to do? I can guarantee you, I can promise you that nobody explained to you so far what do you have to do to live on paradise on Earth. So we'll have guests that are specialized in the different aspects, cultural, social, political, religious aspects. Is paradise for all people? Paradise on Earth, is it for all people on Earth? Yes, it is. What do we have to do so that we ensure that all people benefit from and enjoy paradise on Earth and are able to reach that state of being? We'll learn about that. Just retain for now that paradise is for all people. Is paradise for one religion or another religion or another religion? No. Paradise will have people from all religions. It is the quality of the person, regardless of religion. Is paradise for animals as well? Yes, it is. And you'll see on social media a lot of clips, and I'll show you some clips that will show you what it means, what kind of animals. The kind of people and the kind of animals that are already living in the paradise dimensions have benefits that they can share with everybody. It is obvious already that longevity increased a lot, and people think it's the vitamins, it's the exercise, it's the meditation. They are getting close. It's all of that, but it's their divine development that reached the divine dimensions. Is them being already in the fourth dimension, being already in touch with that system. Now, between the regular people and people who are already in the paradise dimensions, there are some differences, but there are differences that can be explained, taught. Everybody can learn those things, everybody can apply those things. In exchange for looking younger, feeling more vital, being happier, being healthier, more fulfilled, having an extraordinary purpose for themselves and for others. Same thing for animals. Safer, relating better to other animals, relating better to people. We already see that happening. We just have to understand it exactly how it works. What does that mean? We've evolved through cultural times and historic times, through difficult times and better times, through religion, through New Age, through all that humanity had to evolve in, enjoy, and struggle with. And we evolved to the point where a lot of wonderful events happened, from free hugs to Occupy movement to messages of love and light, messages of wisdom, of respect for one another, of finding peace on earth, love for the earth. There's so much that is happening already, but this is in a much more profound context that has to do with the meaning of life. Paradise is a level of life, a life that can be longer, happier, healthier. And I'll show you examples of that. On the show, I'll have guests from different religions, different cultures, different points of view, and I will receive questions from you. Whatever your questions are, whatever religion you are from, whatever age, your questions will be answered, and will show you the beautiful future that has been prepared for you. You just have to join it. And it's free. You just have to understand and want to live better with yourself and with each other. In the second part of the show, I'll take a break now, and in the second part of the show, we'll be talking a little bit more about paradise itself, paradise on earth. Why is earth paradise? Why in all the planets earth is paradise, and how does that work? And how blessed we are to be here. We'll come back after a short break. I was mentioning that in the second part of the show, I'll tell you a little bit more about paradise. Paradise is the ultimate condition of human development in every regard. Everything has solutions. Illness has solutions. Economic problems have solutions. Everybody is working towards resolving. Yes, we are aware that there are difficulties, but there are solutions. There's a process of prosperity that will surface. We already see people who have huge financial possibilities, who share, who create foundations that help people in every regard. We already see people helping each other. We already see a transformation of society that makes paradise visible. The access to the internal paradise that has great benefits. Has very specific gates, very specific portals that will be discussed in the show. Those are potentials that are inside every individual. Everybody is born with the gates to the internal paradise. Those portals activated will help the individual to really achieve those goals that are joining a planetary movement of transformation from a time of heaven and hell and living hells and death, from a culture of death to a culture of life. The unseen has resolved a lot of the problems that were in the unseen. The unseen is clean of adversity. So now we have to match that. We have to learn and to transform ourselves. It used to be that the heavens were roaring with entities that were attacking people. Everybody who has spiritual activity and spiritual understanding, they know how much they had to deal with all sorts of unseen, but in many ways very perceivable entities, darkness, unseen sources of pain and suffering and depression and heaviness and impossibility to deal with entities that were there to put illness on people, to put death on people. Right now, that's all done with. Right now, we'll take a break and we'll get to the next segment after the break. Welcome back to Paradise Now, Dialogues with the Mother. This is a souvenir from a recent trip to India, where I went for the celebration of Dr. Kothari, journalist, specialist in interpretation of the Vedas. Dr. Kothari was celebrated in a wonderful way in a large conference. And as I was studying his books, and as I was studying the connection between the Vedic universe and paradise, I just realized that other than the individual journey that I was talking about earlier, the gates to paradise, the character of the person, the aspects of the individual journey, they happen in a flow, in a context, in a historic context. And that is when the concept of a journey from Vedas to paradise came. Studying the oldest scriptures on earth, seeing how the Indian culture that preserved the respect for deities, that recognizes everybody's spirit, where the very salute namaste means my spirit recognizes your spirit, like I give you recognition, rather than if you behave like you are spiritual, somebody else says that you have a problem. The perfect comfort that I felt in India with being who I am and relating to people from who I am, that made it so much easier. I didn't have to detach from myself to talk with people. I could actually be at the gate of identity and very comfortable with that. My identity was comfortable with the people. I didn't have to be concerned that somebody would say, how can she think that she's the mother? Is something wrong with her? No, over there it was people who are very spiritual and who know and who have insight. You know, they say it takes one to know one. People that are very evolved spiritually who can say, yes, she's the mother, and they say mother. They, of course, can use my name and call me Sanda as well, or Sanda Davis, that's fine. But they have that recognition. We talk from that level, from that substance. And the same thing with many other people, where they'll have to know who they are. The first question was, why are we here? Yeah, we're here for paradise and for universal paradise, earth's paradise that will lead to the larger paradise path. But who we are, I have to have the courage to say this is who I am and I'm fine with that, and not be concerned that somebody will say, it's okay. They'll just have to live with it and see that actually I'm doing a lot of good in being who I am. And if anybody has to have the courage to admit and to realize who they are, somebody can say, I'm the Archangel Michael, I'm the embodiment of the Archangel Romiel, or whoever. Whoever people are, like Dalai Lama, checks, like in childhood, checks that he's a reincarnation of some previous Lama. So everybody has to be able to retrace their history, and they have to be able to be themselves without having any concern with that. And that conference that I went to in Delhi, and seeing a full conference hall celebrating the love of writing and the love of culture and the love of the Vedic sciences that transpires in every book of Dr. Kothari's. That was extraordinary in freeing me to think of parts of my whole work, but as it applies to the show, to think from Vedas to paradise, from Torah to paradise, from legends to paradise, from myth to paradise. These are rivers, directions of life that people would have to walk through, that will take them from the culture of death in the past to the culture of life. In today's show, we have Chris Burkett.
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 Yes,
Okay, did I pronounce it right? Okay.
Perfect.
Chris, would you kindly tell us a few things about yourself?
Yes, I would love to tell you about myself.
Yes.
It's my favourite subject. So, yes, I'm a record producer, a singer-songwriter from England, as you can tell by my accent. And I'm quite well known as a record producer. I have my name on a last count, 100 million records, which includes Bob Geldof, Sinead O'Connor, Alison Moyet, Dexy's Midnight Runners, the Pogues, Steve Earle, and just recently I've been working with, I just made a new album, my 4th album with Buffy Sainte-Marie, and we've just got 2 Canadian Junos for this record. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell our viewers about the...
Yes, yeah, I met Buffy Sainte-Marie in 1991 in London, and we have been working together ever since that time, and we've had a lot of success. But the latest album, called Power in the Blood, which is released on True North Records here in Canada, won a Polaris Music Prize in Canada last year for Best Canadian Album, and 2 Junos this year. So that's my 3rd Juno now with my work with Buffy Sainte-Marie, and I also have a lot of other awards for my work with Sinead O'Connor as a producer. But now I'm in Canada. I live in Toronto, and I came here to devote my life to my own music. I've been producing records for other people for 40 years now, and I'm now here to make my own music heard by the general public.
Chris will tell us more in another segment of today's show. He will tell us more about his work for Paradise. This is why I invited him, because he has a great project that will be worldwide, and it starts at Paradise Now, but he's been working for many years to get there.
Yes, yes.
Like I've been working for many years to get here, where I can talk to you about Paradise Now, what it is, what it does, how do we have to relate to one another to make it obvious. One day, I was telling you, Chris, that one day we'll celebrate Paradise. The way the Millennium celebration was, one day people will know we made it, we do have paradise here, and that would amplify all the good works of paradise. But that would be a celebration to weep and enjoy for.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be as moved as it can. Paradise will be divine, will be spiritual, will be divine first of all. The spirit is a component of that, but it's higher, divine is higher. And it will be creative, it will be enjoyable. It's not a dread, it's not played by the rules. The rules are natural. There are rules for paradise, kind of be nice to one another. So that's a major rule for paradise.
That helps. Yeah.
Do no harm. It's another
Yes.
major rule,
Yeah.
rule for paradise. So we'll learn the rules for paradise and other things that are quite exact. And it's important, if they're exact, they spare us having to think too much about them. We'll get to get the, it's natural, and we'll get the understanding of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the point is that we are not going to dread the discipline of paradise. We'll enjoy the creativity,
Well, then it wouldn't
the culture.
be. It wouldn't be paradise, would it? If we were
No.
dreading it,
Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
be more like the opposite.
Exactly, yeah. With all the reverence for the
Yeah.
divine,
Yeah.
with all the reverence for each other.
Yeah, I believe if you want me to talk about my
Yes, please.
concept of paradise,
Yeah.
I believe that we have the potential. We live in a veiled paradise. We have that potential in us already, but we don't realize this potential because we are full of fear and doubt. We don't believe in our own divinity, and I think once we can unveil that cloud of illusion, we get past that cloud of illusion. I believe that we will then find the paradise that already exists in us now.
Yes.
And I think it's a question of discovering. The word discover itself means to uncover that which is already there.
Yeah.
So to discover paradise would be to uncover that which we already have, which is so there's a wonderful and we're in that age now. We're in the evolution age. The whole cosmos, I believe, is moving into a new stage of evolution, and even our own little solar system is moving into the age of Aquarius, which is totally different influence. And this is the age of awakening and enlightenment. So that is another aspect of the paradise which we all will feel in the very near future. We're living in very exciting times.
And you know, Chris, this is exactly what this show is about. And everybody will have their contribution. And I'm looking forward to hearing the next segment about your contribution. Next segment with you and your music.
After the commercial break.
After 2 more commercial breaks. Because I'll talk in the next 2 segments, I'll be talking about paradise, but then to give them more. So I have my contribution, you have your contribution, others have their contribution. And we'll have to understand how this is merging together.
Yeah.
How we don't get wasting our potential into thinking that everything is paradise. No, there is a quality to paradise. There is a good intent to achieving the paradise goals. But now we do have the intent to go to a commercial break. I think that the timing should be right for that. And we'll be coming back to talk more. And in the last part of the show, we'll be hearing the music that Chris will play for us, and we'll enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy his music.
The first song I'm going to play you today on this wonderful show is a love song for Mother Nature. I originally wrote it as a love song for a female, but I expanded the principle to include the female principle, feminine power of this planet, which is on the rise. Thank heavens it is, because I believe that females have been suppressed for a long time, for whatever reason, and I think that it's now time for balance. I think we're reaching a point of balance of male and female energy, and I think this is also something which is one of the steps to paradise, is to get equality in gender, so we don't look down on anybody. We're all the same, we're all equal. So this song is, so I changed the lyrics on this song. I made it more open in terms of nature. So So I'll play it for you.
But that equal thing shows up in your next song, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's
Tell
right.
us about
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Where,
Oh, You Belong to Me. I'll do that next. But this song is called Without Love.
Without Love.
Where would we be right now? That's the subtitle. So it's called, this is Without Love. It goes a bit like this. You gave me the sun, the air, the sea. You gave me the wind, the stars and trees. You gave everything to please me, and you made it all so easy. The sunlight that plays upon the lake, the moon and the silver light it makes. They light their way for us lovers, helping us to discover love. Without love, where would we be right now? Without love, ooh, I would die, my baby. I love everything about you. I never could live without you. You turn my heart round towards the sun, open my flower to her love. Without love, where would we be right now? Without love, ooh, I would die, my baby. Without love. Okay, this is You Belong to Me. It's a I don't know if I can do wrong. I don't know if I'm right. as I am. You painted a new life for me. Now I know I can. Now I know I can. Cause you belong to me. I belong to you. We belong together, you and I. You belong to me. I belong to you. And I know together we can fly.
Beautiful. See, one thing I love about your music is that I want to sing along. It's just such a beautiful feeling to flow with the music.
I believe in the power of good melody to carry a message. I think that if you have a message which is really strong, it's a good thing to have the message. But if you don't have a melody that can stay in the head and just get you to, so I try to do that in all my songs. I try to put I won't use the word commercial because I never tried to write commercial songs, but I try to give the song a vehicle of good melody to carry the message, so that people want to sing it, but also the message is in the words. So you know, and that's you know, that's what a lot of songwriters do. That the Beatles are one of my favourite. You know, Lennon and McCartney are one of the best songwriting duos on the planet. They were, and they have masters of melodic structure. Their songs have really great messages, but they also have great melodies too.
And then you're a teenager when you're great, right?
Yes.
You're pretty much almost, no, you're younger than them, but you're growing up looking at them.
Paul McCartney's a little bit older than me, but not much.
Okay, not much? Okay.
Yeah.
But pretty much you grew up there, 40 years in England.
I grew up
with the music in England.
Yeah.
That must have taught something to that little guitar that you built, right?
I had a good fortune to meet some really great musicians. I spent 3 months with Led Zeppelin, which are one of my favourite rock groups. I was in an island in the English Channel, and we were there for it was kind of a tax exile island place, because if a musician in those days earned too much money, they had to pay most of it in tax. So they used to send us away. Our agents sent us to this island for 3 months of the year, and then we didn't have so much tax to pay.
That was tax expense.
So I was in a band called Love Affair. We were there for 3 months, and our agent booked us in a club, and Led Zeppelin came over for the same reason, and they then, nothing to do, they just came to our club every night and said, "Can we play with you guys?" I said, "Yeah." So I got to play with Jimmy Page and John Bonham and John Paul Jones, for a 3-month jam session. So.
But now we do have the intent to go to a commercial break. I think that the timing should be right for that. And we'll be coming back to talk more. And in the last part of the show, we'll be hearing the music that Chris will play for us, and we'll enjoy it. Just lead us towards the end of the show with the sound of the ocean, right?
Oh yes, okay. This Ocean Waves. Yeah,
Waves.
This is a kind of a song. This song is a love song, but it's again connected with nature, because I think that any true profound love comes from the beauty of Mother Nature, and I think that so I sing about the ocean, and it has this really trance-like melody. So I'll play that for you now. Yes. So this is called Ocean Waves. So. How can I convince you that my love is going over you? How can I convince You have to imagine the ocean going.
I was not planning to sing today, but boy, you make people sing, and hey.
You can be in my band as one of my singers.
Well, thank you everybody for watching us today, and we'll be happy to bring you more art and more understanding of paradise and as much joy as we can bring,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
That's the key. Joy is the key to paradise.
Yes, because joy is the key to life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
The food of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.
Today, and we'll be happy to bring you more art and more understanding of paradise and as much joy as we can bring,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
That's the key. Joy is the key to paradise.
Yes, because joy is the key to life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
The food of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.
So